to what extent do you think your parents determine your level of success in the civil service exam or any competitive exam like the civil service exam? If you have to know, my dear friends, what type of parent your parent is, or if you are a parent watching this video and if you have to know what category you belong to in terms of your relation with your kid when it comes to helping him or her excel in their exam or in life, this video is going to be very, very useful to you. Vinay Kumar here, International NLP and IAS coach. In this video, I am going to be talking about the types of parents and their relationship with their kids that to a large extent determines their kids' success or performance in the exam, my dear friends. So, see this listing that I have done of 6 broader types or the 6 common types, even though you may have many subtypes or more number of types than what I am going to share right now. This 6 broader types that I have got in this video is the result of my experience of 15 years of coaching civil service exam aspirants and having a lot of interactions with the parents of my students and parents of other aspirants and observing very carefully how a particular type of parenting has resulted in particular result. From there I am coming from, my dear friends. So here we go. Number 1, the first category into which I see a lot of parents into is ignorance. These parents are ignorant. What do you mean by ignorant? Being ignorant as a parent when your kid is preparing for civil service exam. If you have actually gone to a village, my dear friends, your native village, you see people, not everyone by the way, some people talking like this. See, great thing you are preparing for civil service exam. I have also told my kid that you have to become DC only. Like as if becoming DC is something very, very easy to accomplish. Are you connecting to now? What happens with this kind of parents is that they send their kids from their villages or small towns to bigger cities and they don't even know what their kids are doing with the money that they have taken, what they are doing with their preparation or how they are growing in life. They have only one question to ask whenever they call. Are you having good food? Are you having good rest? Is everything going fine? How much money do you want? That is the question that these parents ask. And they see, because of their ignorance of what exam has in it, for anyone who intends to conquer it or to win it, they just don't know how 10 years of precious youth of their kids flies. Are you connecting to what I'm trying to tell you, my dear friends? So, number 1 category of parent is ignorant parent. The second category of parent is indifferent. Now, indifference is something like this. You do what you do. I am not going to ask you anything. I have my job. It's paying me well. I'm going to fund your education till the time I can. Or, I have created assets for you. I really don't mind if you spend some years on your preparation or doing whatever you like, pursuing your passion. Just don't come to me for anything. I'm too busy to attend to it or I'm too lazy to attend to it, by the way. Okay, so these are indifferent parents, my dear friends. Now, the problem with indifferent parents is that they don't ask you anything during the course of your preparation, but they ask you on the day of result one question. I gave you so much freedom, so much liberty. I did not even ask you what you were doing. So, what were you actually doing? So if they are holding you to account for your result on the day of result, I have a simple question for them. Why can't they hold you to account at least once in 3 months as to what you are doing? This is a case of indifferent parents. Ignorant parents are generally illiterate parents, or even if they are literate, they have no literacy of this exam. So they can't ask you anything, but indifferent parents could have asked you time and again what you are doing. Is everything fine? But they never asked you when you were in the when you were going through the process. They had no questions to ask. They just allowed you to experience the whatever thing the process has in it for you. But then on the day of result, they started questioning. what you did through the whole time. Now, this is ignorant and indifferent. Let me introduce to you the third category of parent, the great of all the categories, my dear friends, instinctive parents. Now, who are these instinctive parents? They always live in sociological fear. They feel they don't live for themselves. They feel they don't live for their children. They have this feeling deep rooted in their head that they live for the society. They want to get their curves right there properly in the sociological mirror. And because of which, what they do, any relative, any close relative or a family friend or someone bumping into them and asking them a question like, "Oh, is your kid still preparing for the exam? She's already 25. When will you get her married?" Or when they're put a question like, "Oh, is your son still preparing for the exam? He's already 26. My son is already earning so much." They feel totally dejected. In that frustration and anger, which are all instinctive, by the way, my dear friends. Yeah, in that frustration and anger, they come and give their peace of mind to you. And if you are a parent, just know, if you are an instinctive parent, what you actually do. I'm trying to hold a mirror to what you do, please. Okay? When that peace of mind is given to someone who is preparing for an exam as competitive, as challenging as civil service exam, just imagine what's the level of distraction or disturbance that an aspirant is going to experience. If, let's say, some 2-3 days are lost in him trying to restore the sanctity and stability of his emotions, then he has actually, I feel he has already become, he has already, what do you call, in the race, in the competition, he has already lost something. Are you connecting to what I'm trying to tell you, my dear friend? This is about instinctive parent. Okay? And then comes the fourth category, the fourth type of parents who are intrusive. Now, who are these intrusive parents? In the case of instinctive parents, yeah, they always want to impress the society. So they are reacting to societal moods and societal feelings and all that. They are reacting to all of it. Instinctive. Okay? But then they also know at the same time that, hey, I don't know much about the exam. My problem is not with your relation with the exam. My problem is with your age. You're growing, older, and I'm afraid that you'll become unemployed. You'll become unemployed. You will not get a good bridegroom and all that for your marriage. Are you connected to unemployed? That is instinctive. But then the intrusive parents are people, something like this. They have attempted the exam some 20 years ago, or they have even cleared it and they have become some officer. So, most of the time, even though they remain indifferent and instinctive, sometimes they start to feel a lot of responsibility towards you and start asking you questions from I don't know where. Yeah. And as these questions are posed to you, if you are not able to get correct answers for these questions, they start abusing you. They start criticizing you. They start criticizing the system in which you are preparing for the exam, and they start questioning the credentials of your coach. They start questioning your own seriousness levels and all these things. These are intrusive parents. These are, if I have to say in very clear terms, my dear friends, there is half-baked knowledge related to exam in these kind of parents. Neither they know the exam fully or they don't know. They are somewhere in the middle. And because of which they actually end up, in a way, inflicting these, emotional atrocities on you. You know what was the word I was wanting to use actually. Okay? So, this is about the intrusive parents, my dear friends. Okay? Now, the fifth type of parent, as I know, is inquisitive parent. I really, really appreciate these kind of parents, my dear friends. They inquire They don't react to society. They don't live always in sociological mirror. Neither are they intruding, nor are they ignorant, okay? Nor are they indifferent. They are inquisitive. They actually inquire, not inquire, inquire. They look into exam. They try to understand the exam. If they are not able to understand, they speak to a coach of their kids. They speak to the teacher. They try to surf their way through. They try to understand what are the educational needs for this exam. What are the emotional needs that this exam demands? What are the financial needs this exam demands? So they inquire into everything and they make well-informed decisions for their kids. And because they inquire into things, they try to know exactly what is what, my dear friends, without being instinctive or intrusive. Okay? So, they're able to come up with better, better mentoring and better hand holding of their children. They support their children in a much better way, emotionally and morally and financially. And, they're always there to hold the back of their students and of their children and make sure the children actually excel in their life without unnecessary disturbances or distractions, by the way. These are inquisitive parents. And then I come across the last category of the six broader types that I was trying to talk about, my dear friends. Intellectual parents. It's a bliss to have an intellectual parent because an intellectual parent not only inquires, once he knows what is actually required, he starts to work alongside you. How much ever busy he may be in his life to become indifferent, or how much ever success he would have had in his life without becoming intrusive, he becomes that intellectual parent who understands that, okay, look, this is how I can actually support my kid. So he's taking the level of support from just inquiring to actually delivering. Are you connecting to what I'm trying to tell you, my dear friends? Have you all got this chance with your parent when he or she walked with you, and as they walked, they asked you some questions related to your exam, and when you could not answer, instead of being intrusive, scolding your teacher, and questioning your seriousness, questioning the credentials of your coach, instead of doing all that, appreciating you for what you know first. All right. So much is what you know. Over and above that, there is something more to know. I felt this can be useful to you, and he or she shares that information with you and asks you to see if what they shared was correct or what they shared was useful. And then when it is done in a very intellectual way, just imagine, my dear friends, how good your preparation can be. You have a friend at your home who's your parent, who's there for you not only emotionally, okay, not only financially, but also intellectually. How much great your preparation should be. Yes or no, my dear friends? Now, to all my friends who are civil services, who are IAS aspirants and who are watching this video, or you're taking up any competitive exam and you're watching this video, this is what I have to say to you. I did not introduce these broader types of parents for you to go and start judging who your parents are. No, we are no one to judge our parents, my dear friends. They are who they are, and they have their own good and whatever side to them. Okay, in fact, most of our parents are having shades of all of these categories in them. Yes or no, my dear friends? At times they are indifferent, at times they are intrusive, at times they become intellectual. So, what I'm trying to request to all of you is, if you can be present to the fact that, okay, this is the pattern that my parent is taking now in my interaction, in his interaction with me. You can be aware to that fact, and without judging him or her, or without overreacting to the stimuli that they generate, you can be able to concentrate better on what you are doing and how you have to be doing it. Are you connected to what I'm trying to tell you, my dear friends? All I'm trying to tell you is as simple as this. If you have got a chance to have an intellectual conversation with your parents, awesome that is, nothing like that. You respond to their questions and you celebrate the joy of learning together. If by chance you see your parent being ignorant or indifferent or instinctive or intrusive, just know this. Oh, this is where you are coming from. This is where I know you're operating from. Okay, I shouldn't get my preparation distracted or deviated in any way because of this. Are you connecting to what I'm trying to tell you, my dear friends? It's just that. And if you're a parent who's watching this video, this is what I have to share with you, my dear friends. If you belong to the last two categories, inquisitive or intellectual, there is this first thing that I would want to request you to do. Please do it. Pat yourself on the back. Seriously, because your kids have greater possibility, greater chance of clearing this exam. You are giving continuously and advertently this competitive edge to your kids by being who you are. If you're mostly inquisitive or intellectual, is that okay? And if you are belonging to any of the other categories, okay, it's high time that you sit back, reflect, revisit, and see what best can be done so that your kids' emotional health is taken care of and they can be much better at what they do, especially at the competition, and excel with flying colors in their life. Thank you very much to aspirants and parents who are watching this video. If you like this video, I have a request to make, my dear friends. Please share this video with as many parents and aspirants that you can. And if you find this information very useful to you and you want more videos like this, please subscribe to this channel and let's keep interacting along this journey of life. Thank you very much, my dear friends. See you all in my next video.